Some of the things to look forward to in the eternal audience of one are not just the diversity of voices or characters that come through, or the locations. It's really about music and pop culture. So in writing this novel, I was really influenced by the various types of music that not only I grew up listening to, but anybody who was around in the 90s would have listened to on the radio. Especially around that strange gap where the internet started playing a big role in music appreciation or availability, especially when things like Napster and LimeWire were around, and they just opened up this plethora of music that was available to people. A lot of the music that is explored or that plays a narrative role in the story is rap and hip hop. Right about the time when Eminem is coming out, when hip hop is really starting to become a big commercial enterprise. And then it also deals with, for example, rock music that was around in the late 90s, full of teenage angst and feelings of loss and jadedness. It deals with pop music as well. Pop music a la Spice Girls, that was like energetic girl power. It deals also in great detail with a lot of some of the African funk and jazz music that was around in the 90s. Basically music that was not created then, but through its longevity was still relevant around that point in time. Kwaito also plays a big role in this music. You can't write a story about Windhoek or about Cape Town or Namibia or South Africa without having to deal with Kwaito in some way. R&B also plays a big role in this, and towards the end of the story, jazz really creeps in. So as much as we're following Seraphine through the story, you're also following the music and the movies and the pop culture that was circulating around that time. And an interesting aspect of it is that this stuff is not only making the rounds in Windhoek in Namibia, but also around the world. And it sort of also ties in with the story and shows how even in what would be classified as a small part of the world, i.e. Windhoek, it still takes part in this larger conversation about what is cool and what is popular in the world at around that time. So besides the big and heavy themes of immigration and migration and marriage and race and love and lust and loss and everything else, it's also cool just to follow the trajectory of small things like a pop song through history and time in the story.